Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for June 6, 2017. For your Tuesday, we're going to have an upper level low that's going to be situated over pretty much over top of the region, and this is going to do a couple things. One, it's going to keep the showers thread around today. I don't think this is a total deluge of rain, though, although there will be some embedded steadier or heavier rain possible. But the bigger story, in my opinion, is actually the temperatures, which are going to be some 15 degrees below normal due to that upper level low influence sitting over the area. If you go up in the atmosphere to about 18,000 feet, temperatures there are very, very cold. Okay, so you have with this upper level low just sitting here and spinning, and that's going to be influencing weather for the next couple of days, but I think the showers are primarily, if not all, going to be concentrated just today, and then we move forward and we into Wednesday, and I think we start to dry out a little bit as this thing starts to shift a little bit. Going a little bit forward from this point, you can see some showers. This is this morning, looking at right here. So I think the bulk of the showers will be this morning, and then the showers are going to become less numerous as we head toward later in the afternoon and evening. And as we head into the overnight period to dry out it even more. This upper level low is going to have to shift southwest a little bit. And so Wednesday, this is a look at Wednesday morning, not really anything shown on our coverage area. And I can't rule out a stray shower here on Wednesday, but I don't think it's going to be, for most areas, it's going to be just a dry deal that we're dealing with. This upper level low is going to start losing its grip, and then it's going to have even less of an influence here on Thursday. Before I do that, I want to get into the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Now, this is the earlier run of the NAM I want to show here because the newer one is a little bit, it's a lot less enthused with the rain. So I'm going to show you the worst-case scenario just so you're prepared for it. If it doesn't happen, great. Or if it doesn't happen to this extent, great. You know, you get a little bit of a break there. You don't have to worry about as much rain on you on Tuesday. But here's what it looks like during the morning hours. This started off at 8 o'clock. There's 9, 10, 11. You can see a concentration showers over extreme eastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, and Delaware as well. And as you get out throughout the day here, this is now early afternoon, 1 p.m., 2, 3. You see these scattered showers and perhaps even an embedded thunderstorm that's going to extend all the way back to central PA in some spots. But again, some of these areas might be completely dry or mostly dry throughout the day. So don't want to get the idea that there's going to be a total washout or deluge here of rain. But if you do get under these rain bands here, or the rain showers that pop up, and they're really moving too fast, so you can just kind of sit there and dump on you in one spot. So you can have one county get socked pretty good, and then the next county over, you're like, what rain? So it's just one of those kind of days. And then as we head toward evening, this is going to lessen in intensity, and everything's going to push off in this direction to the southwest here and head back towards central PA. So by the time we get into Wednesday, there's really nothing shown here at all. No precipitation whatsoever on this model, which is the high-res NAM. So can't rule out a stray shower here. We're going to keep that slight chance in the forecast for Wednesday, but I think overall you're in a drying trend. But you still have those cooler temperatures here on Wednesday because that upper-level trough is still situated over the area, and I do think it's going to remain that way up through Thursday. Even though Thursday returns to partly to mostly cloudy skies, you still have this little bit of influence of this trough sitting back here. So one area low pressure is going to scoot off to the northeast, well offshore, will not be influencing our weather here on Thursday. So we are not going to get into any rain. You can see it's dry here on Thursday as well. Temperatures are going to rebound a little bit on Thursday just because the sun's coming out a little bit more. But you're still going to have temperatures that are going to be, and for most areas, in the 60s. You might get close to the 70-degree mark down in Philadelphia, or maybe slightly above that. But everywhere else, you're pretty much in the upper 60s and mid-upper 60s across the region. As we get into Friday, though, we start to turn the corner a little bit just because we're getting into the less of an upper-level low influence as that moves away. And then we have partly cloudy skies returning on Friday, so you're going to have temperatures getting well into the 70s, mid-70s. So a very, very nice day for this time of year. And then we start turning the corner even more as we get into Saturday. We're going to have high pressure start to show signs of building out here in the Atlantic. This is going to be the beginning of a ridge that's going to set up over the area, and it's going to send temperatures skyrocketing. Now on Saturday, I think you're really not in the skyrocketing mode yet. We're probably getting close to the 80-degree mark. But then on Sunday, we're going to have an increase in temperatures even more. You can see the high getting more established offshore. This is your heat pump high or Bermuda high starting to get established. Winds coming in from the southwest around this high, and that ridge is well established, well over the eastern United States, northeastern United States. So that will give us temperatures well into the 80s, mid to upper 80s in some spots here on Sunday. And then Monday, Still cooking. This is going to be our couple 90-degree days, it looks like, as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week. Maybe even Wednesday yet. We'll have to wait and see how long that, or see how quickly the front that's sitting way out here, see how quickly it advances toward the area. Right now, it's a little too difficult to tell when that comes in. It looks like if it could be later in the day on Wednesday or Wednesday evening, you can certainly hit 90 again ahead of that front on Wednesday. But I think even after this point, even though this cold front's coming through on Wednesday, I'll move this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. But there's the cold front associated with this area, low pressure up here in the Great Lakes. This is looking at Tuesday evening. It's still too far to the west. But by the time we get to Wednesday, here you got the showers and thunderstorms coming through. Again, not a lot shown here or modeled, but the difference between this front and previous fronts is we don't really have a cold push behind this. There is going to be cooler temperatures. Don't get me wrong. But we're going to go from 90s to low to mid 80s. Okay, so we're still kind of teetering at slightly above normal there, and I think you're going to average that way, at least slightly above normal, straight through the 4th of July weekend, it looks like, according to the latest Euro Weeklies. And I'm starting to really believe that based on the observations that I'm looking at. We did the long range, of course, in the forum on Monday, and I kind of hinted at that we'd be kind of in a drier pattern. I know we've been so unsettled, so much rain lately. We're going to get to a drier and warmer pattern. And when you're talking about above normal temperatures, even if only slightly above normal temperatures, as you get into the latter part of June and early July, slightly above at that time when normals are about 85, 86, it still pushes you near 90. So it doesn't take much. You don't need a anomaly showing plus 10 above normal to get hot. So we will be looking for that as we go forward into the for the next couple of weeks. But right now it looks like summer will arrive this weekend and stay that way, at least slightly above normal after this 90-degree temperatures run that we're expecting early next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is our outlook for June 6, 2017. Have a great Tuesday.